Yo, what's up, my sweet, vibrant souls? So welcome. Thank you for joining me for today's reading. I was feeling soft and squishy lately, so I'm going to be looking at the question real plain and simple. How does this person feel about you right now, right in the here and now? So we're going to be looking at your person's energy, kind of where they're at, how they're feeling. Keep in mind that what we look at here may or may not be represented in your external reality. As much as I wish everybody felt comfortable expressing their feelings, whether positive or negative at any given time, we all are prone to being a silly butthead sometimes and not just saying how we feel. So if there's something that you don't really see going on in, your reality, whether like they have super strong feelings and they're playing it cool, I don't know why I'm doing finger guns, because that's what it means to be cool, am I right? Or, if they've got a lot of kind of shit going on in their own life and you'd never know it because, again, super duper cool. Just keeping that in mind is that what you see is not always the entire picture. So we have 3 groups to choose from today. As you see, we have group 1 with this rhodonite. Look at her, she's so pretty. We have group 2 with this lapis lazuli. I'm in love with this piece. Look at this, look at her beauty. And then we have group 3 with this bloodstone. So I love that. That sounded creepier than I meant, but I'm gonna stand by it. I love her. I don't know why all my crystals are her today, but I love her. Anyway, before I get weirder, which I don't know how that would work, but let us jump in to the reading. So take as long as you need to, excuse me, I'm sorry. Take as long as you need to contemplate all the options in front of you. Feel free to pause the video, meditate on you and your person's energy, the situation, and then select the pile that you are most intuitively drawn to from that energetic standpoint. And when you're ready, head down to the description box below and there will be timestamps for all the options. With that, I'm going to get started with group 1 before I just word vomit even more. So thanks for being here. I love you guys. Well, let's get started with group 1. Okay, hi group 1. So immediately, if you were drawn to this group with the rhodonite, the first thing that I'm kind of getting is that I do feel like there's a lot of healing going on. This might be mirrored between you and your person, but I feel like this is a lot of internal healing, possibly like inner child healing, but this is like personal shit that you guys are working out kind of on your own, maybe through this connection, maybe you're talking about it, maybe you're not. So if this person's been a little bit off or a little bit quiet or just distracted, that might be why. But yeah, there's some good healing taking place. And also too, this is a nice little reminder from Spirit, that if you've been kind of caught up in this connection and worrying about stuff, there's nothing to worry about, but it's also good to focus on replenishing your own energy and just to keep a watchful eye on your own healing as much as this connection, because I know it's really easy when we love somebody to want to like help them and be there for them and be their cheerleader and their supporter. Excuse my cough. But it's important to be that for ourselves in equal value and measure. So not saying y'all aren't doing that, but just a reminder. It's easy to get lost in the hustle and bustle. With that, I think we should start. Let's look at your oracle cards. I like to try to lay them all out together because I like looking at it as one cohesive picture, but sometimes I get messages along the way, so just bear with me. Yeah? Yeah, okay. So we have, oh, shit. We have, oh, you guys see it? Love this. This is Loyal Heart. This is card 35, so that reduces to an 8 in case that's important for you. Try to make sure you guys see it without the glare. I do apologize for that. So we have owls represented here, we have a little heart, and we have 2 keys up here. Gives me very much a Hierophant vibe. And may I say, both the owls are wearing crowns. I don't know who has a business making crowns for owls, but I want to know that person. What an entrepreneur. But yes, we'll get into it in a moment. And then we have, oh, sweet pea, blissful pleasure. Follow your bliss and the universe will open doors where there were only walls. Joseph Campbell. Oh, I love it. Love, love, love it already. What a nice energy going on here. And I like that there's similar colors. Can you guys see? We have like the blues and the purples and this like pink and white, and we have all of these represented here. So I already like when there's that, what's the word? Continuity, that thing. There's the continuity. So let's see what else here. Oh my God, you guys, what a jackpot pile. Okay, so you have happiness, which is card 41. That reduces to a 5. Oh, look at them. They're so happy. There's a dove here. There are roses. There's more hearts. There's the sun. I have so much to say about this. So this is already a very positive reading. But let's see what else you get, because I want to speak too prematurely. You guys, you have the Page of Wands. Holy shit, I love it. Okay. This is the Little Prince Tarot, by the way, for anybody who's interested. All my decks are going to be linked in the description box down below, but I love this deck. I think it's beautiful. Sorry, by the way, if the cards aren't totally even. I try. It's really just not my strong suit. I apologize. Oh my God, you guys, I'm going to shit my pants. Okay, it's the Four of Wands. Ugh. So I do a thing where I never pick a pile in my own readings until after I finish filming because I don't want it to bias my impression, but I'm like, oh damn, I hope I get pile 1. That's what I hope. And then, oh, holy shit. Okay, you have the Knight of Cups. I'm all done here. This is the best it could be. All right, let me see if I can move some of these over so you guys can see them. Look at that, the whole page, the 4, and the Knight. Excuse me. This is gorgeous. I don't think this could be any better if I tried. So with Loyal Heart here, kind of like what we were just talking about, this person's really loyal to you. Both of these owls have crowns on, so this kind of makes me think of King and Queen energy. This is a very mature relationship, or a relationship that has the potential to mature a lot. There's a lot of mature energies here is what I'm trying to get at. Especially with the owls here too, you guys have a very spiritual and psychic connection, very Hierophant vibes with the key as well. There's a lot of stability here, but I also like seeing that it's balanced out with the Page and the Knight, because there is this childlike enthusiasm, this excitement, there's this happiness being around one another, obviously, right here. And this is sweetness. The Sweet Pea card always kind of makes me think a little bit about Six of Cups. So whoever you're asking about, there is a soulmate, kindred spirit kind of energy here. And I feel like this is unfolding and blossoming. If you've been waiting for this person to make a move, I see that happening with the Knight of Cups. And I want to mention, we have fire energy here, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and we have water energy here, so Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Those don't have to resonate, but that might be confirmation for some of you. Something I just noticed about this card recently when I was using this deck, and I don't know if you guys can see it, there are numbers here. So we have 891 and we have 99 right here, in case either of those numbers are important or you feel called to look them up. But yeah, this kind of indicates to me, first of all, this version of the Page of Wands always makes me think of a journey, always makes me think of traveling forward. So I feel like you guys are about to start a new journey together, and I feel like it's about to be really stable, really solid. I feel like you guys have been working on yourselves as well as possibly working in this connection to kind of make way for this very, very healthy energy, this really healthy, stable partnership. For some of you, take it as it resonates depending on how old you are and where you are in this connection. For some of you, you're getting a marriage proposal, so congrats on that. Excuse me. Again, very Hierophant vibes going on here. But I just see there's going to be a lot more happiness. And if your person hasn't expressed this to you, I feel like they're going to. I do feel like there's fear just because the Knight's eyes are closed. So it kind of has this energy of like, I'm going to offer my cup, I'm going to offer my heart, but I'm going to close my eyes in case you say no. This person, I feel, is nervous to make you this offer. But I feel like it's like they can't hold back anymore. Because if you see in this card, the happiness card, the sun is poking out from behind the clouds, right? The sun is our personal empowerment, our enlightenment. The sun is always really positive energy. They just feel so happy when they're with you, so free, so like light and almost childlike and innocent in the best ways, not in like in an immature kind of way. It's like this beautiful grounded balance between this mature energy and this like excitement, this happiness, this innocence, and they feel it and they can't ignore it anymore. And with all of the roses growing along the heart here, I feel like this has had time to kind of grow and blossom and bloom. Um, and again, I do feel like with this knight, because if you notice here too, he's standing like on this little rock in the middle of all the water. And his horse is over here drinking from the water, right? So the water can represent our emotions, our intuition. And horses to me always represent freedom. I feel like this person has liked to do things really independently, has maybe liked to, whether they like to or not, they have been kind of on their own in some way, shape, or form, or they've really held back their emotions in the past because they like to have their freedom. I feel like this person might jump into things and be really excited really easily, really quickly, but they wait before, like what I'm getting is the image of somebody rushing to the train platform, but waiting to get on the train, right? Like, so they might get really excited, but they wait to really make an offer and a commitment because they really, really value their freedom. And I feel like they have a lot of emotions and they want to make sure they're well balanced in those emotions. So I feel like this person has been like if the water's slowly rising, like this person's been more and more in their feelings. And I think before they were standing on the shoreline, standing right on the banks, and then they've now kind of they're taking a step forward, like really standing strong and grounded in their emotions. And from that place, they're offering you their cup. They're offering you some type of very, very beautiful offer. Excuse me. Yeah, honestly, this also could be, you could be moving in with this person with the Four of Wands. Like I said, this could be a marriage proposal. They could be inviting you to go on a trip with them, on a vacation. You guys could be moving a long distance together, or if you are long distance, you could be closing the gap or coming to visit each other, having a very significant meeting. That sounds way more businessy than I meant. Having quite a significant meeting. But honestly, like, this one is short, sweet, to the point. This person loves you. This person, if they haven't come forward with this offer yet, or it doesn't seem like it's in the works, you know, like I said, sometimes we can have our feelings, we keep them to ourselves. I feel like this person's really been weighing out it's not their options, weighing if they're ready. Because again, there's this, I feel like this person is very loyal to those they love. And this person, when they commit to someone or something, they really, really commit. So as a result, they may have been kind of hanging back and trying to see if there is the possibility for this like stable future together. And I feel as if they are kind of recognizing and accepting that, yes, this is going somewhere. Yes, this is stable. This is grounded. And as a result, this person's going to make you some type of offer. If you've been in the same friend group with this person, or you work with this person's in your community, and they haven't made a move, I feel like they really, really enjoy your company and they're about to share their emotions with you. So wherever you are with this person, I do feel like they're going to make this emotional confession and some type of offer. And I almost feel like there's going to be something else attached to it. So it might not be like a material kind of thing, like moving in together necessarily, but there's going to be something attached, like, I'm sharing my emotions, I'm sharing my affection, and there is significance behind it. Excuse me, that especially implies a long-term kind of potential. So there's, you know, with the 5 energy here, there are changes happening in this connection, but they're very, very positive, and it's moving, especially where the train's moving toward the 4 of Wands, it's moving more towards stability, and it's moving more toward this emotional connection, because I feel like this person has recognized that you are a kindred spirit, and they want to take action toward that. They want to create something more stable and more grounded together. So I honestly don't really have anything else to add to this. This is really, really gorgeous. So congratulations to you guys. This is beautiful. Yeah, I think that's everything I have. If you are looking for a personal reading, I have all my info and my shop info in the description box below. But other than that, I'm going to leave this here. I don't think this could really get any better. Congratulations, you guys. I'm wishing you all the best and brightest, the best, the brightest, and the most beautiful things that life has to offer. Take care. And with that, I'm going to move on to group 2. So bye, guys. Okie dokie. All right. Let's check in. All right, sweet. I thought I knocked the camera down, but I didn't. Woohoo! So hello, group 2. Okay, this one was a little spicy while I was shuffling. I try really hard not to look at the cards because I like to go through the experience with you guys. But even just by picking out the crystals for each one, I was like, ooh, okay, with the lapis lazuli, I feel like you and your person, I want to hold on to her while I talk. I feel like you and your person have a lot of like psychic energy exchange between the two of you. I also am getting that the conversations you have are really important, not even so much just for the content, but there's something about the vibration of your words. Like when you, so you guys could both be clairaudient or like the words you speak to one another carry a lot of intention and carry a vibration. So it's like you speak words and they're hearing you, they understand you, the words have significance in and of themselves, but there is a vibrational energy that is communicated to them. So like they might really love to hear you talk, you know, you might really love to hear them talk, you both might be gifted writers, you might be gifted with music. There's something about the way you speak to one another that it really impacts you guys really significantly. And even when you're not in contact and in conversation, like direct conversation, you're exchanging psychic information together. And I feel like some of this happens through music for you guys. So this is a timeless reading, but at the time I'm filming, we're having full moon in Cancer. We are also coming out of Venus retrograde and going into Mercury retrograde. And I feel like this sort of astrological clusterfuck, if you will, is like kind of digging up some shit for you guys. And I don't think it's necessarily in a bad way, but this feels like in a spiritually impactful way. So let's see what you guys got. As I always mention, I try to put the cards level, but I'm not great with it. So I'm really sorry if they're a little crooked. It's not my strong suit, but I'm working on it. And I'm going to try as much as possible to get them all out and then talk about them all at once as like one collective grouping. But sometimes I get information as we go. So yeah, let's see what happens. Okay, so you have Observer with card 49. That reduces to a 13, which reduces to a 4. Excuse me, sniffles. You have, oh, Bellflower, Gratitude. Gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. Melody Beatty. That's a lovely quote. I like that a lot. You guys have, oh, you have Betrayal with card 51 that reduces to a 6. Okay. You guys, what happened? Oh my gosh. You know what? You guys, I thought you guys had 3. You only have 2. I'm going to pull you guys a third card real quick. You know what I'm going to do though? Okay, bear with me. I'm going to pull these 2 cards. We're going to talk, and then I'm going to pull the third card because I feel like that's going to be meaningful for some reason. So I'm sorry. I thought you had 3 here. Okay, so you have, okay, yeah, the 4 of Cups. Oh, and the Ace of Swords reverse. Okay, I can see where this is going. Excuse me. Okay. So for a lot of you, I feel like you have this very interesting pull toward each other. And this comes from this psychic connection, this psychic energy. I do feel like, though, that one or both of you have experienced some type of betrayal in your past, and this may have been with each other, but for a lot of you, I'm almost getting this is just past relationship stuff in general. And, you know, because with this gratitude energy where it's, you know, gratitude helps us make sense of our past, bring peace for today and create visions for tomorrow. I feel like there's this energy where whatever happened in the past, whether this was between you and this person or you and, you know, past people or them and past people or both, you know, maybe you've both kind of suffered betrayal in previous relationships. It's caused you guys to be kind of guarded with this 4 of Cups. And in this version especially, you have somebody literally like dumping their cup out, like, you know, dumping out their emotions toward this, like this beautiful rose, but it obviously doesn't really end up doing anything, right? And I feel like both of you kind of end up doing this sometimes, but especially, I feel like the feminine here, because this person's looking here, the feminine's really guarding their emotions. They're really guarding their heart in this situation because of past experiences, again, whether with this person or not. With the Ace of Swords reversed and the betrayal, this could talk a lot about past deceptions, but I also kind of feel like this is talking about guarding your true emotions, because if you look here, the rose is covered, so even though the person's trying to like give the water, you know, give their love to the rose, like nurture the rose, which was always significant or symbolic of love with their emotions, the rose is actually in pretty good shape, right? So it kind of has this energy of like somebody here is trying to protect it, like trying to protect their heart, because they know they don't have that many more shots with it, right? It's like, I don't have that many more tries in the tank, because whatever this was really just like knocked the shit out of you emotionally and spiritually. And this also could be your person as well. So if your person is like hanging back, then you know, that could be kind of what's going on. I am just noticing now while I'm talking, we have 2 foxes here. Now, this deck has a lot of foxes in it, because if you're familiar with The Little Prince at all, that's a huge thing. But, you know what's making me think of? I'm not going to get the quote right, but there's something essentially from The Little Prince where this fox was talking about how, like, you know, I'm a fox like 1,000 other foxes, but you put in the effort essentially, and you tame me, and now I've become your fox as a result, and I'm special to you and you are special to me. And so there feels like there's this holding back, excuse me, of emotions, especially because there may have been like third-party situations in the past, either with this person or in past relationships, with the 3 cups here. And I don't like to read the 3 of Cups as a third-party situation, because I love that card, and I don't think it should automatically be like, I don't know, I don't want to just like totally shit on her, but just because of this card and what we see here, I do actually kind of feel like that is what's happening. I feel like there is this hesitancy, this reticence to kind of be tamed in this relationship. There's a lot of standing, you know, holding back and like standing back and watching and waiting and observing what's going to happen. And that's not always a bad thing, but I think there's a slight energy where we're in this, like, we're in this kind of period of pause. And with the lapis lazuli coming out too, I feel like, you know, there is a lot of truth that needs to be exchanged. I feel like it's being exchanged psychically, but it's not being exchanged in your 3D reality. So whether this is you holding back your feelings, this other person holding back their feelings, if there has been some type of betrayal. And I feel like the reason why I feel like this is definitely in the past is because this person's looking at the 4 of Cups, right? They're looking at this like protected rose. So I feel like this has already happened, whether it's with this person or in a prior relationship, but there is this pain and this like this fear and like kind of like a bit of trauma around this situation that makes it so it's hard for this connection to fully blossom and move forward. So you may find that what's happening astrologically right now is kind of digging up a lot of old stuff. And this is to clear out kind of things from the past and bring peace to the now, as well as create more, create a smoother road ahead for the future. So I'm going to pull you guys your 3rd card because I want to see what's going on. What does your person feel? You know, if I had to summarize so far, if your person is the one who fucked up, they feel bad. They realize the damage that they've done. They've watched the damage of what they've done, and they want to fix it. They are grateful for you, and they want to fix it. Whether you want to fix it with them or not, totally up to you. Again, you will already know if this has happened. This is not like I have suspicions. Like, no, this is, you know for a fact if this happened. And if this is a past situation that your person's been through, your person really wants to get over it. They want to heal. And if this is a past situation you've been through, your person wants to prove to you that they were a good choice. They're a good investment for you. Like that, essentially that love isn't a bunch of bullshit that's always going to kick your ass. They want to be something different. They want to be the healing presence in your life, not another thing that hurts you. So let me pull you guys your 3rd and final card. I pre-shuffled the deck. No, I'm not great at shuffling on camera. Yeah, okay. All right, yeah, so the Empress reverse is at the bottom here, and we have a little fox, and I feel like that is pertinent here, but you did end up getting the 2 of Swords. I feel like this connection right now is in a little bit of a stalemate, and it's interesting because we have the 2 swords, right? You know, these are 2 versions of the Ace of Swords, 2 equally viable truths, and you kind of have to decide which one is more true to you. So this is very stalemate energy. I think it's interesting that in this deck, they're both pointed toward like kind of a North Star. So you're trying to figure out how to orient yourself in this connection. And we have this little fox whispering in his ear. Now, foxes are interesting because they tend to be associated a lot with being sly, crafty, even deceptive, but they're also very resourceful. They're very smart, and they're very family oriented in their own right. They move quickly and swiftly, and they take action. This is very much like a strike while the iron is hot kind of energy here. And so what I feel like you're trying to decide if your person is like loyal to you, if your person is faithful to you, or they might be trying to be deciding that about you. And I feel like a lot of this has to do with the Empress reversed at the bottom. I just want to split the deck because I feel like I don't have an answer. Okay, a lot of this has to do with healing that needs to take place, especially around self-worth issues. So honestly, you know, how does your person feel about you? If they've seen you go through this, they're really trying to show you that they're going to be a different experience for you. And if this is something where they've been through this, they hear you, they're hearing what you are saying, what you're bringing to the table. But I do think they need more time to figure it out. If I'm being honest, they're kind of looking at everything in front of them. And if you need more time to figure this out, that's also totally okay. But I feel like you guys are especially communicating a lot spiritually. You're communicating a lot psychically. And yeah, I feel like this is going to need more time. So I'm almost kind of picking up, I know I said I'd be done. I want to pull you guys one more. It's just driving me nuts. I'm spiritually nosy, you guys. This is going to be a problem. Okay, they're really telling me we're not getting an answer because we got the High Priestess. So this is Pisces energy to me. But this is also very much one of those cards about like, you know, the future isn't meant to be known. We don't have an answer yet. Just keep trusting your intuition, especially about this person or the situation. Go slow. Don't feel like you need to, don't feel like you need to make a decision quite yet. And try to work on healing any past issues, any relationship trauma, healing, you know, past like wounds that if like, let's say this was you, you know, that caused this type of, you know, energy or decision making, and, you know, no shame, no judgment here. Like life is long and full of a lot of ups and downs, and I get that. But there's a big emphasis here on healing essentially. So focus on your healing and be prepared to kind of go slow with this situation, whether you're the one who's been hurt or the other person's been hurt, because there's a lot of truth that's being unraveled, and there's still some stuff that is yet to be cut away, that's yet to be seen clearly. So don't make any sudden decisions yet. So yeah, I know that wasn't the most telling. I really did try to pull more cards for you guys to get some kind of you know, significant finality or outcome, but they don't want to reveal too much. So I hope this has been helpful. If you need help with your personal situation, the link for my shop is in the description box below. I'm wishing you guys the best, the brightest, the most beautiful things that life has to offer. And with that, I'm going to move on to group 3. Hi, group 3. Okay, so if you were attracted to this group, you're attracted to the Bloodstone. I love this one. It's so pretty. Sorry if my hands look terrible, by the way. It's really dry and cold here, and so my skin is cracking like a mofo, no matter how much moisturizer I put on. Okay, so one of the things I really like, group 2 was kind of like very psychic, very spiritual, hazy, Neptunian kind of energy. This feels like this is getting grounded. Shit's coming together. Maybe you guys are focusing a lot on your career right now, your material well-being. Maybe you and this person have been kind of undefined, and you're kind of starting to hone in on what the hell you guys are, what you want to be. This feels very just like matter of fact, brass tacks, down to action kind of a thing. And I like it a lot, but it's a very different energy than like the last group, for example. So let's see what you got. I'm going to try as much as possible to keep the cards even. That's not my strong suit. I do apologize, but we all have different gifts. It takes all kinds to make a world, darling. So let's see what we have. Whoa, okay, yeah, we have chaos and conflict. This is card 33. Trying to like move it around so you guys can see it without glare. There's a lot of shit going on here. All right. I can see why, where you're like, all right, fuck it, we just got to figure this out. There we go. Sacred Lotus, Enlightenment. No mud, no lotus. I love this card. This always gets me. I'm going to do it like that so you guys can see. Okay. Ooh, okay. You got Sensuality, card 20. Yeah, they're touching each other's little faces. I love it. I love it. Being weird today. I like how I say that like I'm not weird every day. That was misleading, guys. I apologize. Okay, so you have, all right, the 9 of Swords, the 9 of S words. Okay, try to make sure they don't all flip over. Whoa, shit, you got the Death card. Okay. You see that? Alrighty. I like how he's just done, especially with the bottle right here. It looks like he just passed the hell out, like he's just drunk as shit. I don't know why I'm thinking about that. That's really funny. Okay, and you have the 6 of Swords reversed. Okay. You know what's really interesting too is that in this deck, this well is on both the Temperance card and the 3 of Cups. So there may be a third-party energy here, and I don't feel like this is third-party like infidelity. I feel like this is like maybe there's a difficult like friend or like a really clingy family member or just like a really demanding job. There's somebody else here, so maybe this is a situation where there's like 3 best friends and then 2 of them fall in love and there's kind of like a third wheel now. I don't know why, but because, you know, with the Temperance imagery here as well, there's something where there needed to be balance, and there was something that kind of with that Temperance 3 of Cups, I feel like was throwing it out of balance. I don't know why. Okay, where do I want to start here? There's a couple different, this feels really chaotic, and not just because we have chaos and conflict, but it just feels like really chaotic for a reason I can't fully describe. I will say with this image on the 9 of Swords, just because there's a bunch of alcohol, if one or both of you has been kind of hitting the town a little bit too much, hitting the bottle, hitting the sauce, especially with that Temperance imagery and the 3 of Cups, I could definitely see that here, because both Temperance reverse can kind of talk about being out of balance and struggling with moderation. And the 3 of Cups can talk about being like too much in the party scene, going out too much, being kind of, you know, having a little bit too much of a good time. But just in terms of this connection, you know, I feel like there's been a certain amount of chaotic energy. Things have been up in the air. And I feel like with 33 here, you have ascended masters who are talking to you about this, either during like some type of quiet meditative moments during the day, through your dreams. There's just something here where they're trying to reach out to you and help you. And the reason why is because you see how this like little zebra's got this giraffe skin on the outside, and it's being kind of like, you know, it's kind of hard to tell whether the zebra skin is breaking or the giraffe skin's falling off. It's because something here isn't true to form. Something here isn't real to you guys, or something here is distracting you from who you really are, or what this connection either really is or really could be with this Death card energy. There's something where with the 6 of Swords reversed and the 9 of Swords upright, I feel like there's some healing that needs to happen. There's some mental clarity and peace of mind that needs to come in. There's enlightenment that needs to happen so healing can take place. And I feel like whatever this is, there's a lot of pain around this. So your person, either you or your person or both of you together, could be kind of turning to other distractions, right? And this doesn't have to be alcohol or like substance use disorders. This could just be kind of like, you know, obsessive thinking, excuse me, holding on to worry, holding on to chaotic thinking. This could be overeating, you know, like overindulging in the thing, like, oh, like video games or reading, or, you know, getting lost. So there's a lack of balance happening here. And just because sensuality is here as well, I do feel like this person, like this is something that happens within the physical senses. So I'm not going to lie, you guys could be kind of, one or both of you could be running away into like having a lot of sex together to like avoid dealing with whatever this is. This relationship could have also started out very, very casual, where it's like, we're going out, we're drinking, we're having a good time. You know, we're just kind of in it for the fun of it. And then, oh shit, something happened and this is for real, right? And it's like with this image on the Death card, it's like somebody just knocked you on your ass kind of a thing. And whenever I see this image of, you know, the rose is always indicative of what we love, especially in this deck. and how it's in the stars. This is like something, this is like a love that's written in the stars. And I feel like this kind of knocked the shit out of both of you guys. This is Scorpio energy, by the way, in case that's important for you. Excuse me. And we have this snake image here, and like, snakes are all about our transformation and our healing. So what if I have to sum it all up, what I feel like is going on here is that there's something where your person came to this situation, whether this was like a casual situation or, excuse me, you know, this was just like for fun, or maybe they weren't the most mature when they started, like, you know, they're not the most mature when they start a dating relationship. Your person came to this, oh my God, I'm sorry, with really ungrounded energy, and they were comfortable in that. And I feel like that's because your person likes to run away from who they truly are. And you may find that some of this is mirrored back, you know, within yourself, that there are elements in which that you do this. One of you could have like a substance use issue. One of you could kind of, you know, run into escapist tendencies through like that anxiety over obsessing about something. There's a lot of ways to try to avoid our true emotions and avoid, you know, avoid what's really there simmering under the surface, because that shit sucks, and I'll totally get behind that. But the only way out is through it, and I know that's not fun, but I feel like with this bloodstone, this is why you might have been attracted to this, is because there's this need to ground this connection. And I feel like you and your person are getting serious now. Whether this is like you guys have just had like a casual relationship and it's becoming more official, you guys have been friends or friends with benefits and it's kind of turning into something more. If this is an established relationship, this might be where, you know, you're kind of focused more on having fun and maybe less on like kind of, you know, what comes next. And there's a lack of stability here. But I feel like you and your person, both with Enlightenment and the Death card, have kind of had this epiphany of like, okay, oh shit, we got to like figure out a way to stabilize this. We've got to like figure out a way to kind of move forward and to heal ourselves or heal this connection, or just ground it a lot more. There's a huge focus here with sensuality and bloodstone on grounding. So working on physical grounding together might be something that's really beneficial for you guys. I always just call it Taurus shit. But like, you know, really engaging your senses, where it's like focusing on having like really healthy food that you enjoy together. Focus on like daily rituals in life, like, you know, making sure your environment is clean and looks, you know, looks aesthetically pleasing, it smells good, something like that. I feel like there's something where one or both of you are just super ungrounded or have been super ungrounded because of like stressful situations. And there's this realization of like, okay, I gotta get my shit together. And so I know this sounds very tough love, and that's not my intention, but I think this is a really good thing. You know, what your person's thinking and feeling is that your person realizes that there's something really significant here, and your person wants to give it an honest shot, right? Your person wants to come to the table more grounded, like come to the table more correct than they have been, and see what happens. Because with 33 here, I feel like they see this as an opportunity to really expand their consciousness, expand their awareness, and grow a lot. And with the card 20 here, this reminds me of the Judgment card a little bit. I feel like they're seeing this as a turning point. And this also may be where your very opposites attract, where you're very grounded, very serious, and they're very spontaneous and fun. And I'm not saying you're not fun, but like spontaneous. But you know, when either is taken too far out of balance, it's unhealthy. And so you might be kind of challenging each other to sort of find balance and equivocate and meet in the middle, or not equivocate, equilibrate, there we go, and meet in the middle. So I do feel like there is this grounding. There's a solid, stable foundation that's kind of being more established here. And from that, there's a lot of opportunities for growth, and there's a lot of opportunity for an expansion in your consciousness, both individually and as a couple. So how's your person feeling about you? If I had to sum it all up, I think a little bit stressed out about how to handle this relationship, but they recognize the significance and they want to move toward that. They're trying to ground it more. So yeah, I hope this has been helpful for you guys. If you are looking for personal guidance, the link to my shop is in the description box below. Other than that, I'm wishing y'all the best, the brightest, the most beautiful things that life has to offer. Take care, love bugs. Bye.